tell me who you are and what you do.
I'm Joshua, and I own Spartan Masonry and Contracting.
What part of your story into getting into masonry do people not know about?
The struggles, the hard times, the money you lose, chasing money,
Yeah.
the long hours, having to take care of a lot of extra people, your employees, right?
What got you into it?
Masonry's always been a passion of mine. I've always been very intrigued with castles and history.
No way.
Yeah, so it worked out pretty good. It's truly a passion, and I get to do what I love every single day.
Did you just find someone online or in your community?
My girlfriend at the time, when I was 17, her father owned a masonry company, and I was going to go to the drilling rigs, and then he offered me a position doing masonry. So
Amazing.
worked out very well.
And how long did you work for other people before you went out on your own?
I'd say about 6 years.
And do you do primarily residential?
We do commercial, residential, custom homes, anything and everything that masonry has to offer, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What did you have to let go of to move forward?
Couldn't run my business with the way I was drinking and stuff. I had a little too much fun. So that was the big change, is when I got sober.
You came into a new season
Yep.
of life.
Yep,
And with that, there was a shedding,
yep.
like of the leaves almost.
Yeah, you had to recreate myself basically as a man, right?
What thoughts guided through this new season? So for me, a big one has been other people's judgment of me is none
Yeah.
of my business.
Yeah.
I really value being unbothered.
Yeah. Well, it's just having the time and the clarity to really move forward with business.
And I almost feel like once I became an entrepreneur, I recognized how fast and slow time can move.
Mhm.
And to build something good takes time.
Mhm.
In dealing with things alone, when you are faced with a challenge,
Mhm.
what's your approach to dealing with it?
Whatever we got to do to get it done.
Yeah.
That's it, just get it done.
Yeah.
It's,
Can you share a time when something didn't go as planned?
there's been quite a few instances when things didn't go as planned, as I'm sure you know. One person can take everything you've worked for away from you.
Right.
In all reality, like takes one person.
So the stakes are higher.
Very high. Yeah, very high.
And do you find, is it that you just get a feel for people and eventually kind of knowing what questions to ask or when to ask questions?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a pretty good judge of character for the most part. Taking the time to get to know each person, right? Generally for me, I'll hire them for a couple of weeks, feel them out, see what they can do, work with them before I really put time and effort into them, right? And hire them for long term.
In terms of hiring for long term, what are you looking for?
Somebody who wants the same goals as I do, which is just to do better, excel, learn.
Ooh, was there a moment that shifted how you approach your work?
A really good tradesmen out there. And not even in this trade, we subcontract a lot of other trades, so I love learning.
It sounds like through your work, even though it's very independent, you still rely on a network to get the job done well.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't do it yourself, man. Yeah, you can't. After a certain while, you want to get bigger jobs, you want to expand. Right in the beginning, it's okay, but after a while, you want to build a good team.
Where are you looking to grow now?
We're looking to get just bigger jobs. Like, I've had Spartan Masonry for 11 years this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And I've built it slowly, making sure I know each step before I move on to the next. You almost got to be comfortable being uncomfortable in a sense, But I would like to get into bigger projects, obviously hire more guys, get into BC. We've done some projects out there. Just expand. Just see where it takes us, you know what I mean? And just enjoy the process.
Yes, enjoying the journey.
Yeah, enjoy the journey,
Totally.
man. A lot of people just work for the dream and they're just stuck on that, but you got to have little wins along the way. You know what I mean?
It's learning how to enjoy where you're at during that time.
You have to be. If you can't be happy with where you're at, you're not going to get to the next level, I don't think.
Yeah. Oh, where are you stretching yourself these days?
In what sense?
Time. So because I'm still a little bit in the startup mode,
Yeah.
I have to put a ton of time in.
Yeah.
Like, it's like working 4 full-time jobs, and
It
all I
is,
do is
man.
think about real estate.
It consumes you in the beginning. It really does. It consumes you. I would say finding good guys. Good guys who do my quality of work,
Yeah.
or what I expect.
Yeah. That's something that isn't uncommon. I've heard this a couple of times.
A couple times a day. Yeah, a couple times a day.
What would your thoughts towards a solution be?
Masonry industries, it's a very small world here,
Yeah.
and we all work together. We're just all banding together to help one another out, right? Because we're all quality and we stick to quality, right?
Yeah. In order to get
Mhm.
to where you want to go, you have to give.
Absolutely. It's always give and take. I think any relationship has to be a two-way street, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a good example?
There's a young gentleman I hired years ago, and he really, really helped me get the company to where it needs to get. He was on the same wave as me. Yeah, he really pushed. He was one of a kind. I'll forever be thankful for him.
And I think it goes to show how a little bit of effort maybe can go a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Ooh, what are you more intentional? Okay,
Gotta
so
get her.
I'll be honest, I keep forgetting what questions I put in here, and then I'm like, oh my gosh.
This is a good one.
Like, love myself for
Yeah.
this.
You are good. You're doing something right, man. I got a lot of respect for you.
What are you more intentional about today?
Like, what is...
So I'm more intentional about moving. So before I used to be really structured in terms of going to the gym, and it was to look a certain way. Whereas now, in my very old age,
That's-
I'm
Don't say that. Don't say that.
But things change, you know, you get into your 30s and it's like, what happened?
Oh, yeah, it's crazy, man.
With that, I realized that I stopped moving for the fun of moving.
Mhm.
And I was very sedentary. And so now I make it an effort to be like, I'm going to walk Rocco today.
Yep.
I'm going to do yoga. I'm going to stretch. I don't
Good for you.
care.
Yeah,
I have
you
to do something.
You have to do absolutely everything that I have to do in that day. Getting the guys going. I have dogs as well. Taking them for a walk. I go to the gym every morning at 5:30 with one of my good friends. And yeah, it's to look good, but it's also to feel good. I want to make it to that dream. I don't just want to, you know what I mean? Doing things for the right reason, man. And then once I'm done all my stuff, the stuff I have to do that day to make sure guys are paid, this, that, the other thing, then I can sit down and relax and kick my feet up, right? So I kind of live by that, and it works very well.
What's helping you stay grounded?
I always told myself I will make it. So I think you have to have that mentality in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually love that.
Keeping busy and seeing progression, that keeps me going.
Yeah.
And seeing guys do better, like seeing my apprentices starting to install stone and lay brick, and it's just so, to me, it's like I'm proud of it.
There is something special about being able to watch others grow, especially when, you know, you have mastered parts of your journey. How do you practice getting better without burning out?
You burnt out probably 5 days out of the 7.
Yeah.
You just push through it.
Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah.
This is something I've kind of been struggling with, where it feels like I just have to go so hard. And then I sometimes hear things where it's like, you know, you should rest more, have more fun, or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I can't.
No, I think those are the people that aren't on the same journey as you. I had a lot of people that did that too. Why are you working so hard? No. You don't understand, right? I'm building a dream, and in my opinion, it's all or nothing.
Yes.
When you start a business, it doesn't matter how you feel. You got to go. It's time to work. It's time to go,
Yeah.
especially in the beginning.
Right?
There's no stopping you.
There's no saying no. You got to take the business and run with it.
You got to.
What would you say to someone who is one step behind you right now?
Keep going. I always tried to work with people who are better than me, because there's always somebody better than you. It doesn't matter what people think. But learning and just staying with people who you can learn from, and people who are willing to teach you how to do business. Do you guys want to subcontract, or do you want to get hired? Do you want to learn the business aspect, or do you just want a paycheck? So I'll take time and I'll teach these guys, right? Start learning, because you can make a lot more money. It's not easy.
If you are willing to keep going.
If you're willing to push through the shit.
Yeah.
Excuse my language.
I love it. What do you wish someone had told you earlier?
Don't drink. Chill out with the partying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel that it's just more, you feel more healthy?
It's night and day. It's like it just holds you down, I think. That's the best thing I've ever done for myself, is getting sober.
Zero alcohol ever?
I have to earn it, and I have to be with the right people, and I will never be not in control.
Yeah.
Some people can drink, some people can't. I couldn't.
I think you're highlighting a great point in terms of community and the people you surround yourself with.
Huge.
Yeah.
That is so big.
It's
so
such
important.
a different mentality, being able to say, like, this doesn't serve me.
No. You're as good as the people you hang out with, right? In the end, I've never been happier in my life.
Yeah.
Right? And I keep getting happier. Obviously, you have bad days where you just want to sell it all and move to Mexico. I think that's happened 4 times this year in 2026 for me. But then you just stop and you say, look what you've done. That was just badass. You know what I mean? It's worth it.
On the little wins on the opposite side, what we were just talking about, when people do feel discouraged, what do you say to them?
The guys I'm teaching, I say, you want to be a man or you want to be a boy? Right?
Yeah.
Keep going. Be a man. Right? And in your case, be a woman. Right? Like, get it done.
Get it done.
Yeah, just get it done.
Yeah. When I'm going to go off book a little bit and tell you a story.
I want to hear.
So I was going to France for a semester abroad.
Cool.
I was very lucky to get this opportunity. And so I started talking to a couple of people who had lived abroad. And one girl said to me, and this has stayed with me my whole life, you can either sit there and cry about it, or you can get up and do something about it.
I like that.
And there were so many instances where I was like, I could cry right now, but
Not
if I just do something about it, I'll get where I want to go faster, so I could ignore it.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna do it.
Exactly. Just do it. Just get it done. What's the point in bickering, man? Like, I always say we're allowed to bitch, but keep going.
Yeah.
Say what you gotta say, but keep going. Get it out, right?
Swear the whole way through, but as long as it's done.
Whatever you gotta say, man, just keep going while you're doing it.
Lay that prick.
Exactly. Get on it. Yeah.
What's something you wish people talked about more openly in your industry?
Just tell us how you're feeling, man. And that's what I like to be, and that's who I am for a lot of my friends and the guys that work for me, work for us. Like, if you come in and you're having a bad day, it's okay to talk about that stuff. Men need to talk about that stuff. This day and age, men don't do that. They just hold everything in, and I was like that too. It gets you in trouble. You snap, you gotta let your emotions flow.
And you can't read people's minds.
No, you can't. Like, a lot of people are pretty good at playing it off.
Yeah.
Right? Put a
And
smile
then
on.
Things, it's almost like little strange things happen, and it's like, what's going on?
I'm good. I'm fine. But that's what generally happens, right? Good.
But are you?
Yeah. No, you're not.
And sometimes it's like almost being heard and seen can be such a big game changer in getting your work done well.
Huge. Not only at work, but in your home life. And it's 2 minutes of just listening to somebody can change their whole life. There's still the soft side to every human, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love that. And I think it's important.
It is.
Because that's what, in our industry and specifically my job, I see almost the other side, which is such a privilege.
Like the softer side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I think the more that we talk about it and feel seen and heard,
Yeah.
the more likely we are to make good decisions for ourselves.
And the solution.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Solutions is everything.
Exactly.
I'm going to ask it, even though I think we've already talked about it.
Ask whatever you want.
What matters more than people realize?
I think most people realize it, but family and taking care of yourself.
How would you define self-care for you?
Self-care is doing whatever you want to do. Like not letting anybody steer you astray. For me, I love going to the gym. I like going to Sunday dinners with my family, my parents. I love sitting at home and watching a movie and eating nachos and putting my phone way over there. Like just those little tiny things just for you, not for anybody else, not your husband, your wife, just for you. And the gym, just like little things, right? Just for here.
Yeah. What does mastery mean to you?
How would you answer it?
I would say mastery for me right now means looking in the mirror and taking accountability.
Okay.
So in order for me to level up in real estate, it's taking a hard look at everything that I bring to the table and how I can better serve people. But the only thing that I can control is myself, right?
Yep. Oh, absolutely.
So that means every day there's lots of stuff, like speaking with a deeper voice.
Yeah, being stern.
Yes, being firm. I call it, my firm voice. And when I'm at home, sometimes I'll practice on Brett, and he's like, "Why are you mad at me?"
Yeah, what did I do? What did I do to you?
And I'm like, no, this is my professional.
Yeah, just trying to get my stuff down here, buddy. Put your foot down. It's so funny. Brett!
Like, ask me a question about what's for dinner, and I'm like, well, we have 2 options. And he's just like, oh, okay.
Alrighty then, eh? I won't ask that one again. That is so funny. That's good. I think you nailed it right on the head there, to be honest. I didn't think about it from that sense, right?
That is pretty much it in terms of this.
Well, I appreciate everything.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming in.